What's good? This is another trade recap. This trade recap will be for Wednesday, January 7th. So coming into today, I was more bullish than bearish. This is the 4-hour chart here. We have a lot of bullish movement um, coming into the day. And so I took this kind of as a retrace. And so if we move down to the hourly here, we were kind of super slow. So I don't know I don't really feel the best about really much. But we did have Asia high up here. And I marked the London low as well, just because now I wasn't really looking for a London low trade. Like I said, I'm more bullish, and the London low's inside of a 1 hour bullish gap. So shorts weren't really what I was looking for. Market opened. I did miss a trade to Asia high here. This is the 15-minute chart. Market opened. If we look at the 5-minute chart here, we ripped up, and I wasn't really paying attention, but we got this 5-minute close, and then we came lower, and I just wasn't really confident in a long here, because if you look at the 1-minute chart, we move up. This 5-minute closes around here, and then we move back down. I could have entered in here, got a good fill towards this Asia high. It was stopped down here. I just didn't really see it. I wasn't seeing it that way. And so I ended up waiting. We hit these Asia highs. I'm pretty sure I had more highs, like the hourly highs that we had hit, and 4-hour highs that had been hit or whatever. But anyway, so I waited on this. We got this 15-minute candle or 15-minute gap created after, displacing through Asia highs. We chopped around for a long time, kind of made me really timid on the day. But so we held this 15-minute gap a lot of times, and this 5-minute gap. So we had this 5-minute gap created right at the top of this 15-minute gap that we held. And so basically my idea is these are our hourly highs here. This ended up being my break-even point, which I did get break-even on today's trade, as you can see up here on my P&L. But my thought process behind my entry was this 5-minute candle closure. So we get this 5-minute candle closure. We've been rejecting previous day highs. That's the only thing that's bad about this trade, is we were rejecting previous day highs, which I didn't even realize during the moment. But we've got previous day highs that we were, or previous day highs that we were rejecting over here. I think right here, or previous week highs, or something. We were rejecting highs, and it just didn't feel, it didn't feel the best. Could this have been a way cleaner trade? I could have taken one before Asia high, yes. And so, but I didn't. And so I ended up waiting, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty much done for the day. The only way I take a trade is if we break out of this this range that we created, because we did have highs. We have 4-hour highs up here, and hourly highs here as my targets. And so we ended up breaking out of the range. My entry was more based on the 5-minute chart. We broke out, closed above this range with targets in mind. So I scaled down on the 1 minute. We had a volatile move for that, breaking out of this range. So I entered here, stops below this low inside these gaps that we had respected. TP here for a 1-to-1. My break-even point was this hourly, high that was in the middle. And so once we kind of got here, I mitigated a break-even, and then got broke even. So crazy candle here, but ended up getting break even on this trade today. Upset a little that I missed a trade to Asia high. It was pretty clean. I just didn't have the vision, and it's just how it happens sometimes. Didn't have the vision, didn't see it. We are now at this point, we're displacing. We held this 5-minute gap strongly. We may inverse this gap, and there may be a trade potential there, but I think I'm done for the day. We kind of chopping, super chop. Not the cleanest. It was a clean day, pretty clear day before this point. And I, like I said, I had conditioned that I would only trade again, trade past all this chop as if we broke out of the range on the 5-minute, which we did, and took a trade and ended up getting break even. So that's kind of was the plan today. Didn't love my trade, but I didn't hate it. It wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. But the emotions, we'll zoom in here and we'll talk a little bit about my emotions today. Emotions today came in. I was a lot more calm, a lot more, and I normally am. Yesterday, like we had that loss that I took, a little premature entry and a FOMO. Kind of had that gut, nerve feeling. Today I didn't have any feelings. Also on this trade, I accidentally entered with less risk, so it was half my risk that I normally would enter with. So that could have been part of it, of not having any emotions. But also, it's like I am happy that I did set on my hands through all of this chop. Um, I'm not mad about today. Not happy though. It's just kind of a day. This is one of those days where it's just a day for me. So like I said, there could have been better things happen here, and there could have been worse, obviously. And I'm thankful I didn't lose money, but I didn't win anything either, and it was kind of a weird day. Like I said, right around market open, there was an Asia high trade that I missed, but all in all, not terribly mad with the trade I took. Could it have been better? Yes. It was kind of just a displacement candle trade. It wasn't like a continuation, which, I mean, it was on the higher time frame. We had rejected that 15-minute gap created bullish, so it was just kind of an extenuated trade that ended up taking place for me. But not the greatest trade, not the worst. That's kind of how it goes. Just kind of a blah day. So yeah, that's gonna end today's video. Emotions today. Main emotions were really obsolete. Emotions weren't there. There was no emotions for me, really. Aside from being a little upset that I didn't catch the trade to Asia High. Asia High was a clear draw today, and I was bullish from the start when I looked at the charts. So it's kind of upsetting, but I think I just got to loosen up a little bit and realize when there's strong draws, when 5 minute is displacing and showing us that we want to go higher, my entry can be looser. And that was kind of what I'll show you one more time here. And that was kind of my thing here. When we had closed on this 5 minute here, that was pretty much telling us that we wanted to go to Asia High. And then it blessed us with an entry low, with an entry either on the 1 minute or 30-second. We came down. I could have entered here. There could have been an entry here with that 5 minute closure. And we could have taken that trade potentially and got a 1-to-1, but I didn't. And or I could have entered, at the bottom of this move and had stops down here and whatever. It's like that's one thing I do have to work on. It's like when we have confirmed our draw and we have decided that we are going to, and price shows that we are going to go lower, I have to be more keen on pulling the trigger. And that's something I've just got to work on, and something that obviously I'm not doing the best at right now. And that's part of the reason why I feel like I don't get, I don't take trades as much as I should, but or take the winning trades, I should say, as much as I should, or sorry, I didn't mean winning trades. That's why my trade frequency on bad days is higher than it is on good days. It's because I'm a little too, picky on my entry. When price decides that we want to displace higher or lower, and we get a candle closure on the 5 minute or whatever, or a strong candle closure confirming that, entry that at that point is just where can I get the best feel to get a 1-to-1 or, whatever. So that's my trade for the day. I know I yapped a little bit and kind of got sidetracked and whatnot, but this is just raw, uncut video showing my market analysis and what my thoughts were for the day. So anyway, ended on a break-even day. Not mad, not happy. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.